This is another video which will help us to include custom header files in ESP IDF framework, and for which we are using Eclipse IDE. Let me open Eclipse. So this is the folder structure of Eclipse IDE, where we have main.cpp and we have a custom header file which was created by me. This will have C++ support, and this part explains us if you want to include plain C code to support CPP integration, we need to include this one, extend C, so that you can include you can call this particular method in either in C file or C++ file, so both can be supported, for which you need to include these three lines, and at the end of header files you need to add these three lines. And this is the implementation that we have for the header file method, which is the inside test method, and which will take one parameter and it will print. And I have created one components folder, inside which I have created folder called custom header, and inside which we have include folder and header file and its implementation also. To include this folder while making a project, you need to include the CMake lists and component.mk also, because it's make by default will direct these component folders. And CMake list, what are all the header files to be made or to be made. So this is the total structure of the project. So let us see what is happening in our main code. Our main code is just having these three header files included. There is stdio and esp Wi-Fi and my header, which is nothing but our custom made configuration file, custom made header file. We have endless loop, inside which we are in a delay of 1 second we are calling the test method, and we are incrementing it and passing this to test method, which is actually implemented in another C file. Let us see that in action. How can we make this project? Let us open the terminal. So I'm just moving it to the location where the project is located. I'm just going to execute make command. It will take a while because initially the project will take some time to set it up and build it. So let it run. Meanwhile, I will show you from where we can check out this code and what is the procedure for the latest version also. Here in my video, I have used older version because it's stable, ESP IDF stable version, and the latest version of ESP IDF is still in development and it cannot be taken to production. That's why I'm using older version. So for older versions, we don't have any automatic Eclipse plugin to be integrated with IDE. For that, we need to do some manual integrations. You need to set environment and path and symbols manually, and you need to set extensor path and IDE path also. So that's the procedure. And for the latest versions, we don't need to have any external configurations. You just need to latest Eclipse from Eclipse side, and you can just drag and drop this plugin. Then automatically it will download all the supports. And let me go to the code that we have to include to make this particular project, which I have explained in our Eclipse IDE just as shown here. You need to go to this location and you can check it out from here. Just check out the project and go to the folder and just execute the make command. If there are any issues, just let me know by creating issues here. As you can see here, now the project is built. I'm going to burn it to my ESP32 chip. So this is the port where I have connected my ESP32 device. Just burning the firmware now. So the code is now burned. You can see the printing is happening from the method parameter that we have here. See, this is the header file that we have included, and this is the exact implementation that we have. So we are seeing the exact command that we have here inside this method with parameter, whatever the argument is received from the app.main.